Welcome back to Grizzly Adams Off-Road. Just kidding. Welcome back to Carolina Rut Cuddles. I can barely hear because I got my headphones in. We're going to see just if they work a little better. So today's going to be a little different video, people. I have been sick for 1 week. We had a death in the family, so I was busy the next week. And then I'm sick again this week. I finally got my voice, so I have not been able to get a video. So I figured a little Q&A and show y'all some things that, you know, people have been asking a lot of questions. Why don't I just do a video on it? So if you don't want to watch this, you can go ahead and skip. I don't know if we do much of any riding on this video. It really just showing you some things. We're going to show you some of the stuff we bought for the 6x6. So if you are interested in 6x6, this is your video. But first, we're going to start off with this thing, because a lot of people talked crap to me last week and I deserved it, guys. So if you watched my video last week, you know that I had this laying like this. And I had a lot of people comment, it's not going to get spark if it's not grounded. You know what, people? I know that. I checked it. It was my fault. What y'all need to know is, again, I have two hands. One's here, one's on my hand. I don't know about you, but I can't push this button like that. So, but I did check it for everybody who's wondering. Now, watch this. I just want to show y'all. I think I know what's wrong. I've been the whole time. Y'all notice something, right? So, it cranks. This is the funny thing. Here's the computer, people. There's the computer. I still think it's the computer. I told the owner I think it's the computer. I'm going to order one. He told me to order one. I think it is. The fuel pump don't come on. You can't hit the shifter. It won't shift. It's doing the same exact stuff with the computer off. I honestly didn't think this thing would turn over without the computer on it. But it does, which is very weird. I also got one. Which one is it? This one, yeah. If you look, there's a wire broke. I got to fix that. I had a jumper wire the other day on it, and I didn't like how it is, so I pulled it off. So, yes, I did check that before anybody asks before I order a computer. But it's just kind of weird to me that this thing won't crank over at all without a computer. And it does the exact same thing that it did before. Like, taking the computer off changed nothing. Fuel pump still didn't come on before it. Now it still doesn't come on. Another thing I find super weird, if you know what's wrong here, let me know. If I put a fuse in the fan fuse holder there, it immediately cuts the fan on. Like, it doesn't cut off, ever. You can pull the key out, and it will still just keep running until it kills the battery. If you know what that could be, I mean, it could be a sign of the computer, too. If you know what that is, let me know, because, I mean, again, I know four-wheelers, but I couldn't find nothing online about that. That's the problem. The same with a Rincon. There is no information on the Rincon. I told myself the other day, I was like, I really got to do more Rincon stuff because there was not enough information about it. So let's go to the 6x6. There she is. Being good storage. If y'all remember last time, we actually broke the gearbox again, but it's kind of common knowledge for this thing to break that. So the reason this thing is sitting here right now, we broke an axle and the gearbox. And apparently there's still fishing line. I got to get that fishing line off. So what we're doing with this thing is those are getting taken off and they're getting just put away, I guess. Unless I order two more. These are all going on the Grizzly 450. The Grizzly 450 is getting a set of OG Outlaws. This thing is getting a set of 30s. Don't really know if I want to tell y'all yet what 30s we're getting. So I had an idea of the 30s I wanted, but I couldn't find them. And I was going to do 31s. I think I told y'all that, but I just don't think she'd look right with 31s. I looked at videos and the front end just looks crazy. I think it was Mud Puppies. It was just not right. The old girl, she has a dead battery. Oh, I don't think it's even a dead battery. I think it's it's a bad connection. Can't really get under there right now, but it has a really, really bad connection. I noticed that the other day. And that my ground wires, I think it's on the ground probably. Oh, let's try that. Yeah. Anyways, she needs some TLC. The only reason I haven't started on it, so I got the 4 back tiles already. I ordered spacers because those tiles aren't going to fit on this because that's Polaris, and the rims I have are actually Honda because I got them used. I have one rim for this side and I don't have a rim for that side yet. And I got ordered 2 tiles and that should be it. So the spacers, 1 more rim and 2 tiles to match the one in the back. Trying to get a full set, people. I want this whole thing. Then we're going to go ahead and paint it. I want to do the bed right now, but honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna get time. Like, I want this done before the end of the year so we can drive it. So I really don't know if we're gonna actually do the bed quite yet. Hopefully, though. We definitely are gonna fix the front end. If you remember the front end, it ticked a lot, like it hit the side of the frame. we're going to go ahead and fix that when we fix the axle. Yeah. So I'm going to do my best to hide the tiles so y'all can't see the tiles. But you know what? I'll show y'all the rims for the 6x6. We got a set of HD, people. Oh, crap. You didn't see that. Yeah, I'll go ahead and show you. We got a set of 29.5 Outlaws. Not OGs, Outlaw 2s. They're just very easy to get. And let's be honest, I got this set for, I think it was like $500 for the full set of rims and tiles. These rims alone are like $150 a piece. So, not bad. I don't think it's a bad thing. The tiles I didn't pay but $100 technically because how expensive these rims. But the Honda lug patterns and the solid axle lug patterns, so they're going to stick out a little bit. So we're going to need some adapters. So that way they will fit the Polaris lug pattern because even though you think it's a Honda, only the front one's a Honda. So I already have, like I said, one rim. I need one more rim and 2 tiles, which, believe it or not, is super hard because apparently you can't find no 29.5 Outlaw 2s unless you get a full set. And everybody wants like $600. I found one for, I think it was $400. And they're pretty good shape. I might get them, but I'm trying to order everything else. I really want to get the stuff for the Honda back there for us. So it's time to go ahead and do a little talking. So if y'all remember 2 weeks ago, I think, 3 weeks ago, I did a video saying goodbye to the Gen 1. Well, guess what? The Gen 1 did not get sold or traded. I still have people talking about it, but nobody's brought me money. So what happened was a guy brought me a 680 Rincon and a Polaris Sportsman 800. In the pictures, they looked decent. They looked decent enough. I thought it was a good trade. Then they got here, they were in a lot worse shape. It wasn't his fault. It was really like there was just little things I saw that I was like, oh, man. And so I was trading it for a 680 and a 800 Polaris, and I knew I could flip them and make a little more than what the Gen 1 is. So the problem I'm running into with the Gen 1 right now is the fact that nobody wants it. I have it for sale for $4,000, and nobody has offered me $4,000 for it. I thought I'd get 5. Y'all know it's a built engine. It's completely built. It has at least $3-4 grand in the motor, not including clutches and stuff. I have had 0 people interested in it, people. So, yeah. Some of the weird things I've got offered to trades. A lot of SUVs, motorcycles. Then I had a Hummel H3. I really thought about that one. That would just be an interesting one. But then I'd have to title it and do all that and put insurance on it. Yeah, we ain't going to do all that. So that is what's going on with the Gen 1. We still have it. I was going to do a video with it. Like, I want to skim with it maybe before it's sold if somebody doesn't buy it before the end. But sadly, I've been sick. We've had a funeral. I just really haven't had a lot of time, guys. I'm sorry. It's my fault. So that's why we're kind of doing this video, to just give y'all a little heads up on some things going on. Another thing is, I keep saying I want to do a full giveaway. I said since day one in 2020, I think, yeah, into 2020, that I wanted to give full away. I wanted to be the Mr. Beast of the off-road community. Because ever since I saw Mr. Beast and how he could give stuff away, I was like, I want to do that. But with four-wheeler stuff, tiles, four-wheelers, I just thought it would be awesome. Especially, like, you buy used ones so you can, like, you know, give them away a lot easier. People say new, and I like that idea. But unless somebody sponsors me, I don't know how you can afford that. Like, my videos, like, I can't tell you how much I made. I think YouTube would get mad. But let's just say I can't buy I make less than PlayStation 5, not even a Pro. I make less than a PlayStation 5 a year. That's how much I'm making up here. So anybody wondering how much I'm making? Not much. So that's kind of what's going on with the four-wheeler. Still looking, but right now we are on full spin mode on the 6x6. I mean, like I said, I have a lot of extra money and stuff going into it. And just trying to get that done along with get everybody else's stuff. Like that Honda back there, I got some money in it, $500, and I'll get paid when I get done. But I mean, going back to the Gen 1, the biggest issue with the Gen 1 was the whole point of selling it was we were buying a Gen 3. That was the deal. That was the thing. The problem with that is even if I sell the Gen 1 now, I'm only getting 4. I was hoping for 5 at the most. And at the time I had an AutoCat, I was hoping to get, 35 for that. I thought 3 at the, I could make some money. Well, like I'll be lucky to get 4 for the Gen 1, and the AutoCat, the most I was offered was 2, so I traded it for a Grizzly. And I could get 2 for the Grizzly. But selling both of them at 4, that would only be like $6,000, and that just, it would not be enough down payment. I just don't have the money. So, as of right now, we're not getting a Gen 3 Outlander, which is sad, because I like the Outlander a lot more than the Renegade. But if all goes well, maybe we'll get one Renegade next year. Because you all know the Gen 3 Renegade has to come out next year with the modal. Because, I mean, there's no way they're not going to do it. Personally, I'd rather have the Outlander. I am a Outlander fan. I don't have a problem with Renegade. I always wanted one, but I like the Outlander better. That's just how things are going. I mean, again, Yamaha can release an 850 or 1000 mud machine. They don't have to be a mud machine. Just let them release a twin. Force the line. I've always said day one. Honda, maybe. I'm very iffy. Ever since the Pioneer and the Talon came out, I'm a little iffy on a geared transmission because I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of it because I know the Pioneers had a lot of issues with clutches, and I'm like, man, I don't know if Honda could really figure it out. If they could figure it out and make it good, heck yeah. And then I would say brute force, but the brute force came out and it's the same model. I'm kind of sad. I like the body, but same model. And then we got the weirdest thing ever, the Segway. Let's talk about the Segway. I was going to do a whole video on it, and I just skipped it because I said, screw that. That is the worst design ever, people. What were they thinking? The snorkel's on the back. That is what you're seeing. At first, I thought maybe it was like an exhaust snorkel, and I'm like, oh, that's fine. You know, the exhaust come up. No. That's your snorkel. As soon as you water wheel it, even if you don't choose the water wheel, let's say you're going up a hill. We all know when you go up a hill, even the most gradual hill, that whole back end's underwater. That thing is gone, people. I don't know what they're thinking. Other than that, I really do like it. I still think CF Moto is going to be the next contender. I mean, a lot of people say they don't agree with me, but CF Moto will probably be the next one. Either them or maybe Kawasaki. Kawasaki did come up with a snorkeled KRX, so there's a good chance they might come out with a snorkeled Brute, which would be pretty bad to the bone, especially gilded low. I mean, come on, the Brute Force is already a torque monster. Put bigger tile, snorkel, and even give it even more of a low, it would probably beat a lot of 1000s. Let's be honest, the Brute Force is just bad at the bone. Honestly, that's about it. I mean, I've had a lot of questions on different stuff, like what's the 6x6? We went over that. What we getting for the Gen 1? Already talked about that. The plan for the Grizzly is that we already have the clutch stuff. I have all the clutch kit. All I got to do is buy the lift. We got the tiles out there. We're going to put the tiles off the 6x6 on it. So we're already there, people. So we already have, all we got to do is get a lift. But the lift is like $200 unless I get a spring spacer, and I don't have a spring compressor, and I don't feel like dealing with that right now. So that's coming, people. The Grizzly, and it needs rings because I don't know. I haven't checked that. Y'all noticed in the last video it was smoking really bad. I don't know why. It's kind of bothering me a little bit, but I'll figure it out. I mean, I could get a piston ring for less than $50. But the plan is if all goes well this year, because we're trying to adopt. That is one reason why I can't really spend a lot of money on things. And yeah, that's where most of my money is going, along with still trying to build a shop, but I can't build a shop because I'm putting all of it to adoption now. So just FYI, well, all my money is going right now that I don't put into the 6x6. And then it's going to be the Grizzly. Once the Grizzly fixed, then we might start doing the Gen 1. It needs some floorboards, some bigger tiles, so it is coming. Anyways, guys, as always, thanks for watching. I know this is a little different. We didn't ride, we're just talking. But anyways, I hope you like this video. And next week, we are going to skim the Gen 1 unless somebody buys it. And they would literally have to message me tonight and come tomorrow. So anyways, guys, I will see y'all on the next one.